book up wide and meet adventures that wait for you. Live and learn and laugh and play whenever your dream comes true. You could swim along the river all the way to the sea. You could fly up in the sky above the clouds and trees. You could plant a flower garden up on top of the moon. You could swing through the jungle all afternoon. Wherever our story takes us, I can't wait to see. Yes, friends, come and read with me. It's Online Storytime.
Hello everybody, and welcome to Online Storytime at your Grand Rapids Area Library. I'm Miss Tracy.
And I'm Grandma Pat.
And we're so excited to have you here with us today. Hey Grandma Pat, before we start talking about that favorite thing we're going to talk about today, do you want to sing?
Yes, let's sing.
Storytime friends, would you sing with us? And remember, the song says clap your hands, but you clap whatever you want. Here we go. If you want to hear a story, clap your hands. If you want to hear a story, clap your hands. If you want to hear a story, if you want to hear a story, if you want to hear a story, clap your hands. And I really want to hear a story today. Grandma Pat, what are we going to talk about today?
Talking about stories. Oh my gosh. We're going to talk about a place that has millions of stories in them, and every one of them I want to read sometime. We're going to talk about libraries.
It just so happens, Storytime friends, that this week is National Library Week. And we want to celebrate libraries. Not only do I work in the library every single day, but I think books are some of the most incredible things that humans have ever created. Grandma Pat, what do you like to read?
Well, I like my cozy mysteries, my English garden where people get into trouble all the time and these people have to come and solve their problems for them. Those are the things I like. But I also like books that make you kind of think too. There's some books like that out there that make you think, why this is happening.
And the cool thing is that you can find a type of book that you enjoy reading too. I may not like the same kind of books that Grandma Pat likes to read, and she may not like the kind of books that I like to read, but we still find dozens and dozens and hundreds and thousands of books that we like to read.
And I think those hundreds of thousands of books are in my house.
Well, maybe.
Yeah, they're
Storytime friends, I hope that you have books in your house too. And if you don't, guess what? We have libraries. You can come to the library and you can pick out lots and lots and lots of good stories to take home.
I've got books all over the place, and I still get books from the library.
Very true.
Mm-hmm.
Hey, Grandma Pat,
yeah.
Do you have any good stories about libraries?
Yeah, I got some library storybooks.
I can't wait.
Our first library book today is about Ronan the Librarian. And it's written by Tara Luby and Becky Cotty and illustrated by Victoria Moderna, and is brought to us from Roaring Brook Press in New York. Here we go. Ronan was a mighty barbarian, a leader of his people. He invaded, he raided, and back home he traded. Ronan was legendary for finding the best pillage: gold, jewelry, weapons, and tools. Everyone wanted to trade with him. Until one raid went horribly wrong. "What's this?" he roared. "This is useless." Ronan tried to barter, but no one would make a deal. Barbarians didn't read books. Ronan took the book home. Oofta, what am I going to do with this useless thing? Kindling? origami? Toilet paper, yes, that's it. Then a picture caught his eye. Ronan read the first sentence, then a paragraph, then a page. Before he knew it, he had devoured an entire chapter. He read until the moon was high in the sky. The next day, Ronan didn't meet the raiding party. He must have overslept, said Crom. Let's go wake him. Ronan, you dunga, what are you doing? Asked Gunnar. I'm reading, Ronan said. This book is epic. Do you want to borrow it? Have you gone berserk? Barbarians don't read. We raid, said Helgi. His friends were right. Ronan tucked the book away and went raiding, like a good barbarian. But he couldn't stop thinking about the book. When the raid was over, he charged home and read straight through to the end. Ronan was hooked. He needed a new book. So he invaded and raided and read. He invaded and raided and read. They're funny looking horses, huh? Look more like pigs, right?
Looks like a warthog.
It does. He invaded and raided and read. Look at all the books he's got. The fierce raider became a fierce reader, and soon his massive collection threatened to devour him. So Ronan came up with a solution to tame the beast. He built a library. He even threw a grand opening celebration, but barbarians do not read books.
Looks like they have snacks, though.
They like their snacks. I wonder what Ronan's gonna do about that. I think you better take care of that goat pretty soon, too, don't you? Oofta. Whoops, sorry. I just like saying oofta. Crom judged the books by their covers. Too sparkly, too kissy, too wimpy. Gunnar valued brawn over brains. Reading doesn't have a point. Spears have points. And Helgi was too busy to read. How could Ronan get his people to see that books were treasures? Oofta! I must conquer my own village, he declared. He picked up his book, held it high, and began to read aloud. The troll roared as Odin snatched the urn of Ungar and raced to his ship. The crew rowed out to sea when out of the depths rose the terrifying Kraken. Odin held on to the urn for dear life as he drew his sword. Ronan's reading all of that. But the shipbuilders continued sighing, and the blacksmiths didn't stop hammering, and the potters kept spinning their wheels. It was a crushing defeat. At daybreak, Ronan went to his library. Oofta, I've been invaded. And raided. What was it in the urn? Did he clobber the kraken? What did Onan do next?
He thought they weren't listening, but they really were.
It was his greatest victory yet. The library was full of barbarians. He issued library cards, he recommended books, and he read to the younglings. It turns out barbarians do read books. Ronan was a mighty librarian, a leader of his people. They invaded, they raided, they read. Yay, Ronan!
Hey, Storytime friends. Grandma Pat.
Yes.
Do you want to do a flannel board?
I love them.
Today, in honor of National Library Week, we're actually going to do a flannel story. Usually we do a song or a rhyme, but we're going to do a whole story today. And it's based on this book, which is Hooray for Hat. And the words and pictures are by Brian Wan. And here is their elephant, and here is ours. And this is how it goes. When Elephant woke up, he felt grumpy. You ever felt grumpy when you woke up? Look at his grumpy face. But when he went outside, he was surprised by something on his porch. A present. I wonder what it is. Should we open it? Okay, here we go. Look at that wonderful hat. Well, that hat made Elephant very happy. We're going to put that fancy hat right on Elephant's head, and we're going to say, hooray for a hat! Eagerly, Elephant went to show his new hat to Zebra, who also woke up feeling very, very grumpy. Elephant says, hey Zebra, maybe this will make you feel better. Hooray for a hat! I think he is feeling better. So they go to visit their friend, Grumpy Owl. Owl says, I woke up feeling very, very grumpy this morning. And Elephant and Zebra say, hey, maybe we can help. Hooray for a hat! Then they go show Lion, who, as you guessed, was feeling pretty grumpy this morning. But they say, hey Lion, we've got something that we think will make you feel better. So they give Lion a piece of Elephant's hat. And Lion starts to feel better. And they say, hooray for a hat! But then Lion says, I just got done talking to Giraffe. And Giraffe is feeling kind of sad and kind of grumpy. But we don't have any hats left to give to Giraffe. What can we do? So Lion and Owl and Zebra and Elephant all got together. And they had a good talk. And this is what they decided. And Giraffe said, "Hooray for friends." And that was a lovely story. Hey, thanks for listening.
Look at this one, Miss Tracy. It says, "No cats in the library." It's by Laura Emmons. And she also drew the pictures. And it's brought to us by Simon & Schuster Books for Young Readers. And they have offices all over the world: New York, London, Toronto, Sydney, Australia, New Delhi, India. Oh my, they're all over. I wonder if this book is. Clarice was a stray cat who loved books. She couldn't understand the dark, squiggly lines, but she loved looking at the pictures. One day, she stumbled upon a magical building where people walked in empty-handed and came out with books. She had to get inside. But the keeper of the books wouldn't let her. She tried to sneak in again. But no luck. No cats in the library. Sorry. Until she noticed the book drop. Here she is. Whoa! Ooh, right down into the books. She's a smart cat. She was in. But to her dismay, all the books were full of those dark, squiggly lines. There were no pictures to be found anywhere. Why are words so hard? Oh, look where she's going. Children's books. At last, a book with pictures. "Oh, hi, kitty cat," said the girl. "You want to read together? Okay, I'll try again." Clarice had never been read to before. It was amazing. As the girl read aloud, the dark, squiggly lines became words, and the words and the pictures together became stories. "Oh, thank you, little kitty. You helped me so much." "Ready to go, baby?" "Mommy, I did it. I read to the kitty cat." Clarice couldn't wait to find more children to read aloud to her. A read-aloud cat. Such a good idea. Can we come back tomorrow? But the keeper of the books had found her. Read-aloud cats are welcome in the library. Oh, what a fun thing to say. From then on, Clarice's new life in the library was wonderful. She got pets every day and met so many lovely people. She even became good friends with the keeper of the books. And best of all, every day was filled with stories. The sign says, "Read to our cat," every day, 12 p.m. to 4 p.m. And there's Clarice. Oh, that's where she sleeps at night.
In the book cart.
In the book cart. And so, no cats in the library turned into a cat in the library.
Hey, Storytime friends, in honor of libraries and books and Library Week, let's make some noise. A lot of people think that libraries are very quiet places, and it is true that you want to use quiet voices in the library. But guess what? Before the library opens, sometimes librarians are really loud. Yep, just the way it is. So, out of your Storytime kit, I'd like you to find your shaker. If you don't have a shaker, you can stop the video and make something right now. It just has to make noise. This is an envelope that has some dried peas in it. And I think it makes a wonderful sound. All right, so we're gonna do 3 shaker songs today. 2 of them are about shaking, and 1 of them is about books. Okay, are you ready? Did you hear something? 1 second, hang on. Hello, did I hear, oh, of course. Storytime friends, Monkey would like to join us today. Hi, Grandma Pat.
Yo, Monkey.
Hello, Storytime friends. Oh, Monkey, I'm delighted that you can be here with us. I know that you particularly like songs about books. We'll have one of those coming up. All right, so let's start with our egg shaker warm-up that we call Egg Shakers Up. Here we go. Egg shakers up, egg shakers down, egg shakers dancing all around the town. Dance them on your shoulders, dance them on your head, dance them on your knees and tuck them into bed. All right, let's do that again. Here we go. Egg shakers up, egg shakers down, egg shakers dancing all around the town. Dance them on your shoulders, dance them on your head, dance them on your knees and tuck them into bed. Oh, that was lovely. I always have to be careful when I'm bouncing them on my head to not bounce it too hard, because that would hurt. All right, now let's do Everyone Can Shake, Shake, Shake. And I love this one because we keep doing it until we say stop. All right, we're gonna start out with shaking. Everyone can shake, shake, shake. Everyone can shake, shake, shake. Everyone can shake, shake, shake. And now let's make a stop. Oh, good job on the stop. Let's try tapping. Everyone can tap, tap, tap. Everyone can tap, tap, tap. Everyone can tap, tap, tap. And now let's make a stop. Oh my gosh, that was fabulous. Now, let's wave with our shakers. And maybe we won't stop right away, so you listen carefully to the stop. All right? You ready? Here we go. Everyone can wave, wave, wave. Everyone can wave, wave, wave. Everyone can wave, wave, wave. And now let's make a stop. Okay, are you ready to do a shaker song about libraries? I really like this song. I think we'll do it 2 times, but we'll stop between. Here we go. Read, read, read a book, travel anywhere. Worldwide you decide a book can take you there. Read, read, read a book, beginning to the end. What a way to spend the day, a book's a special friend. Oh, that was amazing, wasn't it? We're gonna sing it one more time. But do you think about books as a friend? It is just outstanding that you could take a book like Hooray for Hat by Brian Wan, and while you're reading the story, it's like you're just inside of the pages. That book takes you someplace special. Look at elephants' big heads. I'll sing it one more time. Here we go. Read, read, read a book, travel anywhere. Worldwide you decide a book can take you there. Read, read, read a book, beginning to the end. What a way a special friend. Ah, thanks for shaking with me. Storytime friends, Grandma Pat, I had such an incredibly fun day today.
One of my favorite days.
And I was gonna say libraries and books are one of my favorite things to talk about and one of my favorite places to be. I'm so glad that you could join us today talking about these incredible things. But now, I think it's time for us to go so you can go find a good book to read. Grandma Pat, would you sing with us?
Okay.
Oh, just hang on a second. Hang on. I wanted to remind you before we went though, that libraries are for everybody. Libraries were for Ronan,
The barbarian.
the librarian, and libraries were for cats. Even though they said, no cats in the library, the cat figured out a way to come to the library and be welcome to the library.
Cats are smart that way.
And even though we didn't talk about libraries with our Hooray for Hats story, libraries can be for elephants and zebras and owls and lions and giraffes. And libraries are especially for you. Now, should we sing so you can go read a book? All right, here we go. Oh, it's time to say goodbye to all our friends. Yes, it's time to say goodbye to all our friends. Story time is done today. Now it's time to go and play. Oh, it's time to say goodbye to all our friends. Goodbye, everybody.
I'm gonna check out a book right now.